Let's not be shy about it. If you put a man rabbit with his dingley-doo into a cow cage with a lady rabbit who hasn't got a winkle, then you get
the Crow Show with your host,
an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman. And I think an Australian as well.
So,
sit back,
relax,
and enjoy.
Am I leading this in?
What?
I heard okay and then silence. I said, oh, what am I leading this in?
We're already kind of led in here, so it doesn't really matter. You know, if you want to lead it, go ahead.
Well, now I don't know what to do. Did we already start going?
I hit record.
All right, well, welcome back to the Crow Show again. We're going to cover action movies and war movies tonight. I don't know what's coming up, to be honest with you.
Well, explosions and 4th of July and talking about 4th of July movies. I think that's
I mean, as far as new action movies, I'm not sure what's coming up.
Not much coming up by way of action.
Well, the Spider-Man came out. I mean, I was about to go see that tonight. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. We're doing
Do you
our show.
classify that?
What?
Do you classify that as an action movie, though?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I don't really know. Do the comic book movies count as action movies?
Well, it's a Spider-Man movie. That's always action.
I know there's going to be a lot of action, but I don't know if they get their own genre now.
Well,
It's classified action, but more.
I would okay. If we're gonna,
superhero is actually going to become a genre. So
that's what I was thinking. Like comic book / superhero movies are kind of becoming their own niche. Niche.
niche. Niche. It's like quiche.
Whatever.
But without the K.
That's a Q.
Okay. The K sound.
Keech.
See, you got it. Good
John
job.
Wick 2 is getting ready to hit on DVD.
Yeah.
I thought it was already in the red box, or maybe that was just John Wick.
I don't think it's come out on DVD yet, but I already have it.
It's pretty good.
I haven't seen either one.
It's almost over the top, but it's somewhat realistic.
Yeah.
You know?
Part 2 was actually better than the first one.
That's what I thought too.
I figure what I'm going to do is because they always put the original in the red box when they put the sequel in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to rent both one day, and I'm just going to fucking marathon them both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, don't wait too long because they'll probably have a third coming out next year.
Right. That's okay. I don't get to the movies. I don't get to the actual theater much anymore. Because where I live, it's like, fuck, it's so far away. So I only make it for the big ones I really have to see, like Spider-Man I'm going to see on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to see that Saturday too, because I don't think I could see that tomorrow. I got a haircut, and then I've got to do some more Brigandine stuff, and then might be late, but...
See, I keep saying it. I think I've said it on multiple episodes now, that I have to see Spider-Man in the theater. Like, it's a must-see for me.
Now, see, you were super...
I love Spider-Man. Plus, I like this new kid. New kid's awesome. It's got fucking Iron Man in it. Who doesn't have a man crush on Tony Stark?
I don't know.
And it's got fucking Michael Keaton as Vulture.
Probably my favorite part.
The goddamn Batman is playing Vulture.
My favorite part about Civil War, Captain America Civil War, was what's that guy's name? The wing guy.
Falcon.
Falcon?
Yeah. Yeah, when he has this little robot thing, he shoots Spider-Man out. The other guy looks at him and says, "You couldn't have done that earlier?"
Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah, that's pretty
Spider-Man
good.
has been fucking whooping him.
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton is playing who? Nightwing?
Vulture.
Vulture? Man.
Yeah, he's the Vulture, the Spider-Man villain.
I don't even remember him that well. I mean, I remember reading the comics when I was younger, but it's been so long.
Oh man, yeah, he was a main villain in the comics. He was in multiples.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I can't remember too many. I mean, I know Kingpin was in there. I know Carnage and Venom. Carnage was my favorite. I mean, I think
Carnage is his favorite.
He was probably. I think he would probably be the strongest villain against Spider-Man. But I've heard that Scorpion was stronger than him, and a few others kind of were.
Yeah, they were stronger but dumber. Carnage actually had a little noodle up there.
Yeah, Carnage is intelligent.
Yeah.
I always liked Dr. Octopus too, because he actually was smart. He could outsmart. He could outthink Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Doc Ock. Yep.
Yeah, he was probably the smartest guy. I don't know if Kingpin was smarter than him, but I didn't care for that other Spider-Man, the third one, where they mixed what was it, Venom with the Sandman.
Yeah, you had Venom, Sandman, and then you had the absolute worst thing ever was their Dark Peter Parker was just a fucking emo version of him that danced funky.
Yep.
I mean,
like that part of the movie, I almost shut it off. Like I almost just walked away. I almost didn't finish the movie at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Tobey Maguire fucking Spider-Man though.
Yeah, he had no sense of humor. And in comic books and cartoons growing up for me, Spider-Man was always the snarky, sarcastic SOB of the group.
Yeah, that's his persona. He's...
Yeah, exactly.
And Tobey Maguire had none of that.
Plus I don't know, he just didn't fit it for me. He didn't look like Peter Parker. He should have been playing Spider-Man. He didn't even have the same build when he was in the costume.
Right.
Like, it was obviously not him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Him and his stupid fat face, and then he's got the mask on. It's perfectly thin and formed, right?
Stupid fat face. I don't know. Like, when I saw it, I thought it was good, but, looking back now, remembering it, it's like, yeah, they could have picked a different guy. I think he, was not the right character for it. Like, I saw the last Transformers movie with the, the Knight, the first Knight, and
I thought you were saying you saw the new one.
Yeah, I saw the new one. Or that's called the Last Knight or the First Knight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But the latest
I don't keep up on the Transformers movies.
Well, that's one series I've always liked a lot, and with they had the other dude there, Shia LaBeouf, that everybody hates. It's like you can't talk about Transformers with someone, getting this evil
bringing him up.
grin.
I preferred Shia LaBeouf over
Marky Mark?
Yep.
Don't you badmouth Marky Mark.
I ain't bad-mouthing Marky Mark, man. Okay,
I like
I'm
Marky
just
Mark.
saying-
Don't you take the double mark in vain.
I'm just saying they should have figured a way to incorporate him into the new ones on top of everything, because he was.
I think it was a lot like I forget her name. Megan Fox.
Oh, yeah,
Megan Fox. I think it was a lot like Megan Fox. Just too hard to work with.
Yeah,
That's why she didn't
She
come
was
back.
hard to work with. It was that she was bad mouthing Michael Bay.
Well, I
That
think
and she was a bitch to work with.
I think with Shia LaBeouf is he's sort of like usurps the Transformers to some degree, where they kind of have to revolve so much around him. And with Marky Mark, I mean, he's a big part of it, but they show a lot more Transformers, it seems. I mean, they kind of build up the characters of the Transformers a little more. So, and I know the cartoon was kind of like the Transformers were helping out the people and stuff. you know, and they had the kids, and they were, you know, sort of one of the main storylines for it. But still, I mean, you want to see the Transformers more so. You want to know more about their backstory. You want to.
I agree to an extent, but the Transformer movies have just.
Well,
never
they
done it for
started
me.
showing more of them in Rise of the Fallen. Okay. You have God knows. how many
Wasn't that the
of
first Marky Mark one?
Decepticons. No, that was the third Shia LaBeouf.
Ah, okay.
And then you had more
Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
It's
that's
Marky
it.
Mark.
No, was it?
I think so. He's the fourth. He's the fourth or fifth, and I think he's at the end of the third. Or he's a little bit in the
look
third.
that up right now. Just to
I don't know.
But anyways, like big movies, I mean, you kind of have to include these superhero movies in what is it? Mechanical movies. You know, the big blockbuster movies. They always have stuff like this. I mean, this is
I think
some.
you could blame
No,
Transformers on this.
Revenge of the Fallen was still Shia LaBeouf.
Ah, okay.
But that's when they started showing more and more Transformers from each side. I mean, you had the twins from the Autobots, the ones that were always constantly fighting with each other.
The race
Oh
cars?
yeah, that was my least favorite. Like I think
The
I've
two
seen
race
all
cars?
of them.
Are they?
Yeah, they started out as an ice cream truck that they paired up together and went to those little Chevy Sparks or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then
See, I think that's what originally ruined it for me was the fact that had to be
The fact that what?
they all had to be Chevys
no, they weren't all Chevys. I mean,
originally
No, most of the
in the first one.
you know, the Autobots are Chevys, and the Decepticons have been Fords. So
yeah.
the Interceptor.
But some of each side did their own things. I mean, the Autobots, you had the Cadillac.
Yeah, but the main characters were the Chevys
Yeah.
and Cadillacs, which were GM vehicles.
Yeah, the good
And-
characters are the Chevys, and the bad characters are the Fords. See, that makes sense. I don't mind that.
See,
No, I
Yeah,
would,
but you know all these
like.
big
I'm sorry, but they can get sponsorship from fucking for Fast and Furious movies to use all of these different vehicles. You're telling me they couldn't do that with Transfucking-Formers and make Bumblebee a goddamn Porsche like he should have been?
well, wait a minute. I mean,
Bumblebee
Fast and
was-
Furious,
Oh no, Jazz.
No.
Jazz
Pushing
was
the
the
hell.
Porsche, right?
They're pushing the hell. Yeah, Jazz was.
Yeah, Bumblebee
Sorry,
was
Bumblebee
that
was supposed to
was
be a
the
bug.
bug. He was a
Yeah,
VW
but
bug.
you just said Fast and Furious using all these cars. Yeah, they use all the different cars, but they're pushing, you know, the main cars of like the Supra, the Skyline, and whatever
Oh,
car
yeah,
was coming
I mean-
out that year. Like, you know, Too Fast, Too Furious was.
But I'm
the
saying
new
they've still had all these cars, not even just new ones. Like they've had old ones. Look at the old fucking VW from the first one.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They had
they could-
everything in there.
They could have brought Bumblebee back as the bug, it pretty obviously. But I guess I think the fact is they have to actually get contracts now from the dealership to be able to do that. They can't get the contract.
Right.
They can't, you know, put that in their movie because then they'll take royalties off of it.
Do you think Chevy tanked because Transformers was such a shit movie?
The first one?
Is that what led to them going under?
I don't know. I would say that it would have boosted them, you know, because
You guys know my stance on this. I've already talked about Michael Bay raping my childhood systematically.
Whose childhood didn't he freaking rape, man?
Right?
Well, what good movies
All right,
has he
let's
made?
get on to better action movies. We've been talking Spider-Man and Transformers for 20 minutes.
Oh, um,
All right, war movie for me. One of my all-time favorites. Tears of the Sun.
Oh, that's nice.
Have you guys seen that?
That's the
Yep.
Bruce Willis
I assume
one,
both of you have.
right?
Yeah, Bruce Willis, Colin Farrell.
They go into Africa, and there's all these bands. There's these little gangs in Africa that are just murdering and raping people, and they've got to go and stop it, right? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
They were supposed to be securing a doc. That's actually what they wound up doing. They were supposed to secure a doctor from this village he was working at before it got taken over by the local warlords or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was warlords.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, they wound up getting their escape chopper got shot down or something, or it couldn't land because it was too hot. They got left behind, and they wound up having to fight their way all the way to the border.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing movie. Always been one of my favorites. Like since it first came out, I saw it in theater. It was one of the first DVDs I ever bought.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one of my 5 that I originally owned when like DVDs first started coming out.
You know what's funny is there's a lot of movies that are starring Bruce Willis that a lot of people like, and like for me, The Last Man Standing is
I knew that was going to come up with the action movie.
Absolute top favorites. It's just so good, you know,
it's so perfect because it's slow. It's a slow movie.
Yeah, but like you and BC were asking me, like, how did he have so many bullets? I mean, you guys missed the whole scene where
never ran out.
He's loading up shells. He's got 6 clips that he's just loading while he's talking to his friend at the bar. He's just loading them up before he goes out there because he knows he's got to kill a lot of guys. You know.
But I thought he had 6 shooters.
No, he had he just had the automatics. He never had 6 shooters.
Automatic pistols, yeah.
That's right. It's been a while.
One of my all-time favorite movies. I still watch it to this day. Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
That's pretty good.
Didn't watch it.
I remember
I
that.
recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably like it now, but
It's
back when it
actually-
came out, I wasn't
It's
really
actually the
into that kind of
story-
movie.
It's actually the story of one of Rome's greatest generals. And back when it first came out, high schools all over the nation were given credit
Mm-hmm.
to students who went and saw this and wrote a report and attached a ticket stub to that report. They would get credit for it.
Aurelius Maximus? Is that his
Yep.
name?
Aurelius Maximus.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's pretty good, but I'd still have to say I like 300 over Gladiator.
300, yes. 300 is an amazing piece of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
Is that
Just
a Frank?
because of the fact that I love the way that they did it. My favorite thing, I even call it the 300 effect to this day, when things are over-exaggerated.
Is that a Frank
Because
Miller?
you know exactly what that was, especially like the way that it ended. A lot of people didn't get that, like that I've talked to. They're like, no, it was nothing like that. What the fuck is all these monsters and shit? And then it ends with the guy telling the story, but nobody seemed to get that. That's just the only way he could describe this shit, because he'd never seen an elephant.
Yep.
He'd never seen a samurai. Like, of course it's over-exaggerated. You fucking punch a guy that's 8 feet tall in the face, he's going to be 12 feet tall when you tell that story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by the time you get around to telling it. I think it was ninjas, though, they were fighting. So you had the short swords.
Yeah,
the
you see the masks they had on? The masks they had on were samurai masks.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because they were all in black.
Yes, I understand that.
I think there was both.
It was both, literally, but the
Because
mask,
they were samurai as well.
the black dress represented ninjas, the mask represented samurai.
Well, the guys with the masks were all armored up, too.
Yeah.
They had the full samurai armor, but they were just bigger than real life.
Hmm.
But that's the only way that a Spartan who's never seen anything but a Spartan or a Roman is going to describe something like that.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what the fuck he just saw.
I read that historically too, and that was
Me
pretty
too.
accurate towards what
Yeah,
they
and
did.
that's why I like the way that the whole movie, it's not historically accurate, it's just shot through the eyes of somebody who can't describe what he's seeing. But
Well, I
then
mean,
you
this-
read the history and it's fucking spot on. You're like, oh shit, that wasn't some crazy dinosauric animal, it was just an elephant.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see something the first time, you know, things are going to be way out of
Okay.
proportion.
Exactly.
I know both of you are sci-fi buffs as well as me. The Matrix.
Only the first one for me.
Yeah, the
Yep.
first one is great. I think
Didn't
I
care
liked.
for the sequels. I liked the first one.
Only watch the second one. Like, I didn't watch anything beyond that. I watched 1 and 2, and then I was done. I couldn't go any further.
Yeah, I liked the first one a lot, and then the second one it had some good fight scenes, and the third one it just kind of let me down because it was like, nothing they can do.
They went
just
off.
gonna
They
replay.
went off the edge on that one.
It's almost like how they have with Supernatural right now. Like I'm on the 5th season in there.
The Ghost Twins and yeah.
The angels are like, "This is your destiny. This is what it's going to be. You can't change it." It's like,
Yep.
okay. Well, I mean, but I don't know. I like the movies where they kind of change the destiny. I think that's why I like The Last Man Standing a lot, because you don't know who he is. You never know throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
You just know he's just some amazing gunslinger back from Chicago or wherever. And he comes through and, he's got his mission, but he's totally... I mean, if fate was existing in this movie, he would never have survived. But he kills everybody. Practically speaking, not exactly, but it's pretty damn close, and he gets out,
Yeah.
All right, I wish I had Sal or somebody else with me for this one, but you guys might have seen it as well. Way of the Gun.
Yes, I've seen that.
I have not.
I'm not sure if I can call that an action movie. There was a shitload of action, and it was awesome. But there was a lot of side drama too.
Yeah, that's more of a gangster cowboy movie. I don't know how else to describe it. Because, I mean, they don't survive. But it's like the whole movie about their lives right up to their death. And it's pretty good.
Yes.
I mean,
And aside from Cruel Intentions, it is probably the only Ryan Phillippe movie I've ever seen.
I don't remember if I've even seen Cruel Intentions, but I did see Way of the Gun.
I
That
only
was-
watched it because Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it. And at the time, who the fuck didn't have a crush on her then?
Yeah, we are of that time frame to have that crush on her. And
I'm sorry, Buffy's in a movie where sexy things happen? Okay, yes, I'm gonna watch that.
what happened to her though? I mean, I don't hear of her, see her anywhere.
I've seen her in a couple other things. I can't remember now.
She
what they
does
were.
minor roles now. She made
Yeah.
her for. She just does small shit.
Hmm.
Juliet Landau's working on her new vampire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what is
she's
that?
she follows us on Twitter, and I follow her. I probably follow her a little more closely than she follows us.
Oh man. Okay, so she needs some ideas. So we need to give her some vampire ideas. All right. What to do?
No, we're not pitching to Juliet Landau.
Any of the Bruce Willis diehards.
Yeah, With a
really
vengeance.
just the first one for me.
I'd
The
say
others
with a
were good.
vengeance.
I've seen them all. They're all great movies. But
Yeah.
if I'm gonna put it, if we're like ranking our favorites, I just gotta stop with the first one.
I
'Cause I
would
have
rank
so
my
many more
favorite
action
Die
movies than
Hard
like
as Live Free, Die Hard.
The third one with a vengeance, I'd say, is probably the best. With Sam, it just how they worked together on that film was just amazing.
I liked Live Free, Die Hard, where you has to pick up the computer hacker and take him over to the FBI.
Is that with his son?
No. That's a good day to Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
All right, everybody's all time
Okay, you broke up.
Naked Gun.
The
No,
Naked
I'm kidding.
Gun.
I'm kidding. Lethal Weapon. If we're gonna go franchise like Die Hard, I gotta go Lethal Weapon. I feel
Yeah.
like all of the Lethal Weapon sequels were better than the Die Hard sequels.
I couldn't stand Joe Pesci.
Yeah, he's
See,
kind
I
of
like
hard
Joe
to
Pesci.
watch.
I've always liked Joe
Leo
Pesci.
Getz, I wanted to reach in to smack the shit out of the character. of Leo Getz. Okay.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Fucking annoying.
He can be funny, but
He
when
was
you watch
supposed to
it a
be
few
annoying.
times,
That was the point.
I don't know.
What the fuck do you think they based Frank the Dog, the Men in Black sequels, off of?
He didn't annoy me as much as Joe Pesci.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Problem.
you're right. All of those were pretty good.
Lethal Weapon movies are outstanding when it comes to just campy 80s action movies.
Yeah, it's kind of over the top. I think Mel Gibson took his whole Mad Max theme and he just uses that with any action film he went with. And he just
Right.
he tries to keep that in almost all his films. It's just that Mad
No,
Max.
he was totally different in Lethal Weapon than Mad Max.
Well, he's trying to be more civil, but I mean I'd say you know,
No worse than Schwarzenegger carried over his shit.
I'd say he's more of a character actor.
Can you tell me, besides Kindergarten Cop, that Schwarzenegger has played basically any other character?
Okay, but he's not even American, so I can't say how they do their acting over in what was it, Sweden he came from? Scandinavia?
Austria.
Austria.
And those were all American movies.
I
That he
know,
was in.
but he grew up with his acting career over there, didn't he?
No.
No, he
no.
grew up bodybuilding.
He was a
over there.
bodybuilder, man. And
They
then he started getting
recruited
cast
him
in action
to-
movies over here.
They
He didn't do
recruited
any
him
acting
to
stuff over
do-
there?
No, he wasn't an actor.
No, they went over there, found him by accident.
His
recruited
first
him to
movie,
do
his first movie was
fucking
that-
Terminator.
no, it was a documentary about bodybuilding. I forget what it was called now. Shit.
Pumping
It was-
Iron, I believe it was.
Pumping Iron. Yep, it was real controversial because he was smoking a joint at some point in there. Got dragged up fucking when he was running for governor of California.
Big whoop. Why is that such a big deal?
But that
Because he was smoking a joint on film and making it
Oh.
look cool.
That documentary landed him the part for Terminator.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
but
then he went on from there.
okay, so he
The only
never really
the only
had any
Schwarzenegger
acting.
movie that I've absolutely hated was fuck, it just slipped my mind.
True Lies.
No, I like True Lies.
They just
Well,
did a remake of it too. I just had it.
I'll pass. I brain
They
farted.
they just did a remake of this one movie that I couldn't stand him in, and it had Colin Farrell playing his character.
The Expendables.
No, it was a sci-fi movie.
The Expendables is great though.
Yeah, three. I only liked the third one.
No, I liked all the Expendables.
I've liked all the Expendables.
Because the reason I like it is because it's a spoof off of all the 80s. They just jam them all together. And
That's all it is. It's all catchphrases.
Yeah. And
There's no dialogue left anymore.
I went to the theater. Awesome. I went to the theater and there were kids there younger than I was. Nobody younger than I was laughed at almost any of the jokes that were in there because they've never seen the older movies, so they don't know what it's referencing. They can't tell. And me and my other friend, we were laughing our heads off at most of the movie. I mean, it was just like, one last hurrah. Let's get all the 80s action heroes in one big movie and just do something big.
I mean, it was a great concept. The movies are good. Like, I won't say they're good, but I love them. I think it's just because of the nostalgia effect. Like, it's fucking Chuck Norris. God damn. There we go. Sylvester Stallone, which brings me back to my original point of the only Schwarzenegger movie that fucking blew, Last Action Hero.
Oh, man. Yeah. I saw that in theaters with, that's interesting, dude, because I saw that in theaters with my dad and we left the theater. And it's the one time I remember leaving a theater. And I can't remember why it was.
Because it was so bad.
It could have been because it was bad. Oh, man. Wow, you just dragged up some memories there.
Right?
Man.
The only reason that it brought it back to me when we said Stallone, because in that movie, Stallone played Terminator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might not have seen the rest of it, so I don't remember much.
Yeah, like there was the big
long
cardboard cutout. It was the Terminator poster, but it was fucking Stallone instead of Schwarzenegger playing Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh man,
Schwarzenegger looks at it, he's like, "Really?"
You guys missed out because I saw that The Fifth Element in theaters again, and
oh man,
I wish I could have seen that, man. I had to work that night.
That was amazing when they had the 20-year anniversary.
I know. Now I have to stay alive for 20 more years for the next time.
Anybody else want to negotiate?
It was so weird when BC's like, that movie really wasn't that good. You fucking idiot, they're having a 20-year anniversary of this very movie.
That movie, the year it came out, was the largest grossing movie of that particular year.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't that
I'm
good.
not going to say it was great, but it was a good movie, and it's one that I would have liked to go see in theaters, but I missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in theaters. I've only seen it on DVD.
I think one of my favorite parts of that.
He's talking about that. Like the Chris Rock character in Fifth Element was just, or not Chris Rock, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Sometimes
I swear they don't all look alike.
No, but they're both actors.
I'm just
both,
bad with
so Chris. But yeah, no, I mean I think my favorite part with that movie is when they're the aliens are trying to find they're trying to find Dallas. And they're disguised as police officers and they're checking every door, but someone else switched his name tag with someone else's door, and so when they're checking on him, they're like, "Are you classified as human?" No, I'm a meat popsicle.
Yeah.
They just move on to someone else.
A Western action movie I actually like was Tombstone.
Oh, gosh, that is an amazing movie. One of the best. I'm surprised we haven't brought that up.
That's real nostalgia for me. I haven't seen Tombstone since I was like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my uncle.
I like Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. He was fantastic as Doc Holliday.
Seriously, he did the best role there. I mean, I know, he wasn't supposed to be the main character, but he kind of did become the main character.
He turned out to be the main character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
going
we're
with
trying.
westerns, did you guys see the Magnificent Seven remake?
Yes, I did.
Magnificent
Probably, yeah, probably one of my favorite western remakes. I mean,
It
think,
was
yeah, I did
very,
see that.
very well done. I will give it that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the one western I like the best so far is The Thousand Ways to Die in the Old West.
that's not an action.
But it's good.
I watched the Hateful Eight. Terrible.
I loved Hateful Eight. You just got to make it past the intermission.
Dude, when I wanted to watch
couldn't even
that,
make it past the intermission.
do you know when I went to go see that? What time it was?
Like midnight, and you were there till like 5 a.m., right?
It was 1:30 in the morning, and it started at 2. And it's a 3-hour movie. And
Yep.
it's a freaking intermission. Dude, the director, he just likes to make these movies to piss people off because I don't care for his shit anymore. It's just like a whole
Really?
almost 2 hours of sitting there
love Tarantino
listening to
movies.
bullshit drama.
If I was gonna straight up list my top 10 action movies, Tarantino is gonna comprise 8 of them.
Yeah, with Kill Bill 1 and 2, yes.
Yeah, if any director
Yeah.
deserved to go any more than
Reservoir
Tarantino,
Dogs,
I don't know.
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse was good, but beyond Grindhouse,
Pulp
Kill
Fiction.
Bill was okay. It was okay. It was not
Pulp
the
Fiction
greatest.
was a good movie.
Grindhouse was good, but then after that, I think Desperado is where he started big, and I don't know if he was the main director, but that's one that's still pretty good till this day. But in Grindhouse, I
That's-
like, but he's
None of
fallen
those
off
are
the
Tarantino
horse.
films. He was just in a couple.
I thought he wasn't in it.
No, that's Robert Rodriguez.
Well, like Desperado. Tarantino didn't direct that, but he was in it.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Robert Rodriguez are friends. Robert Rodriguez is in Tarantino movies.
Yeah. Didn't wait? Who did the Green Mile?
They're
Was that-
indie film directors.
The Green Mile, that was had nothing to do with Tarantino.
No,
I thought
that
was
wasn't him or
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
It wasn't that. Okay.
No, I wasn't either of them.
Oh, I guess I'm getting them confused now. But
I'm
No,
not sure.
they don't do major motion. Like Tarantino's the big one that's coming to major motion with them, but they're mostly indie films with those two.
I don't know. I think Rodriguez has fallen off the horse pretty far, and they should just leave him for dead because he's not coming back anytime soon. Just not. You make a big movie to give everybody the big middle finger, to sit around, dick around for 2 hours and talk, and then everybody kills themselves at the end. Who
You're
wants-
talking Tarantino. That Hateful Eight's Tarantino.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know.
Not
Besides you,
Rodriguez.
Zodiac, who wants to see that? I don't. And
I like
especially
it.
not-
I
not
like
long-ass intermission.
dialogue. There was action in between. There was drama with them. And the dialogue is fucking interesting in those movies. I'm sorry. I like a story.
Yeah, but it was
It's
over
the
the
same
top.
argument I have with my wife when we talk about Walking Dead, when they have nothing but dialogue episodes.
No, but I mean, the Hateful Eight was just over the top dialogue. It was just way too dramatized for me. It was like watching a movie that's somewhat like a soap opera. That's why I had to stop watching that Californication, because it just turned into soap opera, and BC got me hooked on a soap opera. I had to stop it. I had to stop that shit. No soap operas. Don't watch that.
I don't know how you guys feel about martial arts movies, but Ninja Assassin. I'm not sure if either one of you have seen it.
What?
Which one?
Ninja Assassin.
Ninja? Is that a new one?
No, it came out like
No, it came out.
2008,
Yep. Roughly about
2006
there.
even. I think even earlier.
It was actually not bad.
I'll be right back.
We're in the middle of a show.
I
Right?
gotta get a beer.
Yeah, we'll take this intermission one.
Intermission. No, I'm not going to stop because Trigger left. All right, so I didn't see Ninja Assassin.
I would recommend it. Some of the acting is cheesy, but the action is just fucking spot on, dude.
All right, I might give it a shot. I might like it now. I've matured as a connoisseur of action.
It opens as a dude telling a story about ninjas to a bunch of hoodlums. They laugh at him and taunt him, and then end up getting their asses tore apart by a ninja. But
all right. Speaking of martial arts, how about Man with the Iron?
Who?
Man with the Iron Fist. Both. First one was okay. The second one, not bad. Could have been done better.
I agree. Man with the Iron Fist. You probably didn't see it. It was a Tarantino movie.
Then no. I don't care.
This doesn't classify. This next one here doesn't classify as an action, but it classifies as a comedy action, maybe.
Kindergarten Cop.
No. Pineapple Express.
What?
Pineapple Express.
That was a buddy comedy.
Okay. Is the other guys an action or a comedy?
Comedy.
Okay.
Buddy. It's a buddy comedy.
All right.
Yeah. But they do get
It's like
shot
Turner
at
and
a little
Hooch.
bit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say that was like Beavis and Butthead in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that one. All right, if we're lumping in comic book movies as far as action movies go, I got to throw in Captain America and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those, like, pretty damn good with the action.
Yeah.
I'd say Deadpool even more though. Even
Oh
though
yeah, Deadpool.
There's a
amazing
lot of
with the
humor in
action.
there. There's just so much crisp, clean action scenes that it doesn't. I think probably one of the
Because
worst.
they build him up to be a fucking idiot. And, you know, he may not be the smartest, but by God is he fast.
I think probably one of the worst action movies was not this past Bond film, but the one before it. Because they had the cameras rotating
Casino
so fast.
Royale.
No. That was before that one.
Spectre.
No,
Spectre.
Spectre was the last one.
Or no. Skyfall? Is it Skyfall?
Skyfall. Yes.
Oh, horrible.
The only good thing to come out of Skyfall was the Adele song.
Yeah. Yeah, that one got pretty popular. My ex was really
If
into that.
if I could ever get the wife on the show, she'd back me up. I said, as soon as I heard Adele, I'm like, she sounds like she would sing a James Bond theme. And then the next year, she did the theme for Skyfall.
See, you're giving
Damn.
out ideas, man.
Yeah, don't give out all your ideas. You know, people are watching
Hey,
us.
That's what I get for carrying a tracking device in my pocket all day.
Well, okay. Well, going back to Mr. Wahlberg here. What about his movie Shooter?
Shooter?
Shooter was decent. It was not realistic.
Yeah. I'd say
But-
Shooter was good, but
His
he's trying
skill was good, but the water bottle silencer scene
That's not new. I saw that too, and I was like, no
that
way.
works once, not for whatever it was, 7 or 8 shots. Nah,
Exactly.
nah, bro, that works once. One shot, and it's still gonna sound like a water bottle blowing up.
It's one and done.
It's gonna be a pop instead of a gunshot, but
Well, the
Only
water bottle will
once.
explode. Pressure alone.
well, that's what it was. He had a water bottle that he duct taped to the end of a rifle,
Yep.
and I mean, yeah, that all works as a silencer for that one shot. But after that, no. But no, he's fucking like running. Didn't he like run over like 3 canoes
Yep.
or bass boats or something?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Martial arts, UFC style action, I'd have to say my favorite would be Warrior.
The Warriors?
No, Warrior. It's a UFC movie.
I haven't seen that one.
They got 2 brothers that end up facing off in the final match. They're both brothers, both former champions in wrestling and all this other sports together.
That sounds like Fighter.
It's pretty much almost the same concept.
Which wasn't that another Mark Wahlberg movie? Yeah.
Fighter?
Marky Mark is coming up a lot tonight.
Fighter? No.
Well, he's gotten pretty popular lately. I mean, he,
Oh, what was his name? Channing Tatum.
See, I've never liked Channing Tatum. I feel like he can't act. He's just ripped.
About the Resident Evil franchise.
Only number 1 for me.
well, that's more of a horror than an action. But
There's a lot of action too. I wouldn't call it Resident Evil horror. It feels like a slight against horror.
well, it's an action horror. It's almost like
The games were horror. The movies were just terrible.
if you read Vampire Hunter D, it's almost like you'd envision this kind of stuff really happening if you watch this movie too, because there are so many things that are impossible to happen, but do happen. But the difference is D is a Dampier, and she's Alice. So
Clone of a clone.
yeah, a little different, but I don't know. I like the visuals in Resident Evil, but I mean, as far as actions go, I think this year and last year. Wait, John Wick 2 wasn't this year, was it?
John Wick 2 is this year.
That was
John Wick 2
2017.
is this year. That is one of the best sequels that I think we'll see in the next year as far as action movies are concerned, because it is just so good.
Well,
I mean,
I don't
it's-
know. I
they
don't know.
started
You're saying
right off.
2017 action movies. We
They
still have
started
Ragnarok.
They left the last one and they showed, and if you watched all the way through the credits, they showed him chasing a vehicle car. They pick up right there in the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I'll watch it eventually.
yeah, it's pretty good. I'd say it's kind of like it goes along the lines of Last Man Standing, as far as where the action movies are.
Yeah, but
You know.
all of this started because they killed his puppy.
Oh yeah, you don't kill someone's puppy
Okay.
ever.
And he went on the warpath with everyone.
Who wouldn't?
Okay.
Well, it was the last thing his wife gave to him before she passed away, so it's like
Yep.
she's sort of pushing on her essence onto this little puppy, for him, because that's all he's got. And then they kill that last thing, and that's basically the puppy was the last straw in his life. And they
Yep.
pulled that last straw. So off the handle he goes. Justified?
Off
I'd
the
say he-
handle. Shit, he went off the reservation, man.
I would say he's still justified though.
Yeah.
You got nothing
Justified.
left in your life, and you were trained to be an assassin, and you retired, but someone wants to go and mess with you one more time. Well, good luck to your enemies.
Okay. The one movie that I was very, very disappointed with is classified as action/comic book Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I was extremely disappointed with it.
I liked some of the characters from Suicide Squad. If we're gonna call that an action movie, I'm not even sure I would call that an action.
Who didn't like Harley Quinn?
Honestly, I feel like what was her name? Margot Robbie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did a good job as Harley Quinn, I feel.
Will Smith played an excellent Deadshot too.
Yes.
I think I was disappointed because
the Joker is my only real complaint. I did not like the Jared Leto Joker. And it wasn't even the tattoos. It was just the way that he acted. His laugh was fucking stupid.
I think he was trying to portray a different kind of Joker from a different period of time.
I get that it was wrote badly.
My favorite character out of
it was
all
written
of them,
badly.
Yeah.
My favorite character out of all those characters was Diablo.
Who?
Diablo. The dude that literally.
Yeah, Diablo was good. He was good.
I don't know.
Killer Croc was spot fucking on.
Yeah, he was.
In my opinion. Like, I know, I heard people complain, like, oh, why was he all ghetto like that? Like, that's fucking how Killer Croc is.
Oh.
If you read the comics,
before he was transformed, he was a big time
he was a thug.
African-American gangster. Then he got transformed into that, and he maintained his I'm trying to think of the word. I just fucking had it. I can't. He maintained his
thug life.
Yes. Thank you.
His thugginess.
Yes.
His thugginess.
His thugginess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Read the graphic novel Joker if you want to read the exact Killer Croc that you just saw in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
You know
Same thing if you want to see the exact same Joker that you saw in the Dark Knight movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same Joker. Scarred up face, all sadistic and evil, finding humor in just causing pain as opposed to making jokes like people expect.
You know what? I understand it now with the Joker because he's basically like Deadpool in a sense where he understands that none of this is real, but he constantly says he's more sane than anybody else because he understands he's living in a comic book. And when he kills police officers, he knows he's just still in the comic book. You know, he's more sane than anybody in a comic book because he knows where he's at. I think he's kind of like just the mirror image of Deadpool, but just the bad, you know.
The problem with the Joker is they change his backstory so much.
Too much.
Exactly. Like, actually, same graphic novel, Joker. Or no, Killing Joke. The whole reason he gets into crime is just trying to earn money for him and his wife. And his wife ends up dying, and then he goes on to the job anyway because the gangsters make him do it, and he gets thrown into the fucking pit of chemicals by the Batman.
Yep.
That's when his wife dies, as while he's fucking suffering there.
Alright.
So that was the whole irony of the Joker. He's trying to do all this to save his wife and his family, and it turns out that she dies anyway and he gets fucked over. That's the cruel joke of life, and that's funny.
Huh. So the whole point
But that's getting off action movies. We're getting into
Alright.
theories of okay.
theories of the Joker psychosis.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the Triple X franchise?
Nope. Triple X bullshit. Nope.
I saw the last one, and I just, I got a call, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. This is just, it's too. I don't know. There's just way too much testosterone there.
Yep.
And it just...
It's like Fast and the Furious movies. I just can't do it.
No, it's even more than that. It's even more ridiculous than that. It's basically the biggest douchebag ever gets to look like a cool person for a movie.
Yep.
That's
And-
Vin Diesel's whole career. Douchebag gets to look like a good guy.
A douchebag good guy. Oh, man. No, I could watch the,
You know what?
the Fast and Furious movies.
I might actually hate Vin Diesel more than I hate
The
Johnny
Rock?
Depp.
Oh. Hey, you can't say his... You said his name.
I said it once. I got 2 more times before things fuck
Beetlejuice.
up. Beetlejuice.
All right. What about the Underworld franchise?
Oh, the Underworld franchise, yes.
Have you seen the last one, Blood Wars?
I've seen all of them. I'm not going to talk bad about it. My wife's giving me the look.
She's giving you the look right now. The evil
I do
eye.
like the Underworld movie. Me and her have this running gag, though, for like our entire marriage now, I think. No matter what time you put on cable and start flipping channels, some Underworld movie is always on.
Why wouldn't it be?
Always. Even if it's not on, I can go on demand and find one for free right now.
Well,
I guarantee.
I mean, with that
Always.
series, they've gone pretty close to, you know, folklore as far as how to kill werewolves, how to kill vampires, how to do this and how to do that.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like the Twilight
They're good.
series where they
I
just
like
glow like diamonds and they're beautiful and they don't want to be beautiful. And
You had
I don't
to
know.
bring fucking
Have you
Twilight
seen
in here,
it?
man.
Have you seen Twilight?
No, don't want to.
When I was with my ex, we did watch some of the Twilight movie, and after about an
I
hour
knew
of
it.
them,
I knew it.
after about an hour of them staring at each other, I'm just like, okay, let's just turn this off. This is getting weird. No, nothing's happening.
No. Nobody's
could-
better in like 20 minutes. They're just staring at each other.
There's no cross burning anybody alive. They're out in the sun, you know, having the time of their lives, and it just turned into one teenage drama after a while. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Well, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it did.
All right. We gotta wrap soon because I'm getting close to an hour. I don't know about Trigger.
I got another one here. Out of both of you, who has seen both Independence Days?
I have.
I have not seen the new one.
Frank?
Yeah, I've seen the new one. That was last year at Independence Day, right? Pretty
Will
sure, yeah.
Smith's version or Will Smith's kid's version?
The thing is, I was kind of pissed. I was kind of pissed because we were just talking about the, what's the movie we were just talking about? You know, with the Joker and
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. He did not do the Independence Day movie, so he could do the Suicide Squad movie. But he already starred in the first Independence Day movie. Why? It's almost like, dude, you could have just, you know, delayed or went to 2 different sets and been in the second one too.
Not done Suicide Squad.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's not exactly going to be a sequel.
I mean, if I was Will Smith and I was going to pass on a movie, it wouldn't be an Independence Day reboot. It would be Suicide Squad because it was Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It could have been so much better than it was.
Mm-hmm.
First one was a lot better. The second one was kind of cheesy.
Honestly, I don't like Will Smith's kid. That's why I didn't watch it.
It wasn't his kid, really. It was just a kid who plays his kid. And you had in the first one you had Captain Stephen Hiller, and then in the second one it was his son, Captain Hiller.
Well, the thing
Okay,
is
I'll
with
admit,
that,
honestly, I don't even know it was out yet.
the thing is with the second Independence Day movie, it's just too far in the future to be made. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
sense to
so-
make that shit now. It's like,
The
okay, now I gotta wait
helicopters don't
another
have any
15
rotors,
fucking
they
years
have-
for a third movie? No. No, thank you.
All aircrafts have it. That is
It'd be like
propulsion.
Big Trouble in Little China, too.
Oh, love that movie.
Oh man.
So maybe we
I
can
remember
finish
that.
out with. I've seen only the first one. Have not seen the second one yet. I'm waiting for it to come on DVD. Guardians of the Galaxy.
The second one is great.
Oh, yes. We've already covered this. Yes.
The second
Both
one is
are
great.
I
But,
honestly don't know that I would classify either as an action movie, though. They do not have enough action.
Now I'm gonna pull Rob Goat here. You hate Vin Diesel, but you love the Groot.
I would say
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is more of a comedy than an action.
Because more of a comedy, definitely, Trigger. I was going to say the Vin Diesel Groot thing. I like Groot, but not because of the I am Groots that Vin Diesel provided. It was more his actions. Like, part 2, I'm sorry, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. That whole scene where he just keeps bringing back the wrong shit was fucking hilarious. I mean, it went on for like 10 minutes, but it was fucking awesome.
I know. That was a good
Like,
part.
no, that's a desk. No, that's that guy's eye. Wait a minute, leave it here.
He finally figures it out. Yeah, it was more of a comedy, but I mean, they had action in there. I think everybody thought it was going to be an action, but it turned out to be a comedy. And it was still, I think that's the right way to go with a sequel, is push more to the comedy
The first
side.
one was more of a comedy, too. I mean,
The
What was
first
the
one I
main
s-
character?
maybe.
there was
Pratt.
drama, but there was a lot of comedy.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt plays in there, right?
Yeah, Chris Pratt,
Mhm.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, he also stars in the new Jurassic World.
Yep. And Passengers.
Haven't seen Passengers yet.
Passengers,
Passengers, he's
great.
fucking straight up drama. It's awesome.
great movie. Great movie.
Just
Um,
check it out.
Not an
But-
action again, but still awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about some of our favorite actions over the course of time, if they could remake this movie and make it good, not a sequel, but remake it and make it good, which almost nobody wants to do anymore because you get a lot of shit
They
hate.
just make terrible remakes now.
Yeah. The Crow. The original Crow
No.
Please.
is
No.
one of the best movies
Don't remake
as far as action is made.
No, never
Don't
remake
The
that.
Crow. Leave it
But
out.
they've already done so many sequels.
And
You know?
they all sucked.
They all sucked on the sequels. Leave
You know what? I
Every
think it's-
Crow sequel blew.
I think it's a Lee curse, though, because Bruce Lee died on set, and Brandon Lee died on set too. So
Yes.
if they were going to do a remake, it wouldn't really do anything unless it was a Lee that could possibly die on set.
It
So-
doesn't matter because they've all sucked.
The
Nobody
second and
has
third, sure,
made
those
a
aren't
good
those aren't
Crow
the
sequel.
remakes. Those are number 2, number 3, number 4. I mean, it's gotten worse.
They're
The second one,
They're sequels. Yes, they haven't done a full blown fucking reboot of The Crow. And if they did, I don't know that I'd want to see it in a theater. Like, they wouldn't get my money. I might Redbox
No,
it.
I have the DVD of The Crow sitting in my entertainment center, and that's the only one I have.
The Crow is one of the
Any of
few movies that I rewatch every year. Serenity,
But
The Crow.
if they got it just right, you know, because Brandon Lee, he ain't coming
I
back.
can't. Who else
know?
is going to do that? I'm
Dude.
sorry.
That part
I don't know.
was made for him.
Yeah,
His
I guess
part.
there's some movies that you just can't remake.
I can't
movies-
see anybody else remake
mean-
The Crow as
I mean,
well as
it's like
Brandon Lee
watching
did it.
That dude that plays Magneto in X-Men, watching him jump from X-Men to Assassin's Creed. He sucked in Assassin's Creed.
I
Yeah.
didn't watch Assassin's Creed.
He's not.
That movie blew.
I saw that.
It just looked bad, so I didn't watch it.
I saw it. It wasn't the greatest. It was. You could fall asleep through it, and you wouldn't miss much.
Exactly.
Sorry, but just the
Sorry,
way I
not
saw
sorry.
it. Sorry, not yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Then you have the old time classic action, yada 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 of Full Metal Jacket.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
This one's for shooting.
I knew that was coming.
This one's for fun.
Yep.
Full Metal Jacket was an outstanding
Classic movie.
I don't know. Yeah, I would say outstanding classic movie. That's what I was going towards. You took the words right out of my mouth. Don't know that I'd call it a full-blown action movie. It was a lot more drama than action.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like
more
Green
about...
Mile.
Yes, exactly. A lot more drama and getting into the head of people in those circumstances than it is action.
Well, I mean, you compare that to Rambo, and you can see Rambo's definitely in action.
Just like Apocalypse Now.
Oh, definite drama there.
Yes.
I have yet to see
Great
it,
war
so-
movie. You haven't? Trigger.
Nope.
Trigger, I am tempted to take a road trip and slap you. Or, you know what, better yet, Sal's house is only an hour away. I will wire transfer him $50 to drive up there and slap you.
50,
No,
man.
he's
He'll do
too
it for 20.
paranoid to come and see me. So
That's why I said 50.
no, you'd have
20,
to make it like
he would question it.
500.
50, he would probably do it.
He just cut his own leg and wants to kill radios on games. So I mean, you're gonna have to give him more money than that.
Here's a very good action movie to chuck out to you guys.
All right, everybody gets one more.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yes.
/
that-
London Has Fallen. Yeah.
Haven't seen London Has Fallen. I've seen
well,
Olympus Has Fallen, and
Wait,
it was actually
that's-
pretty good.
That's with the guy that looks like Marky Mark, but it's not Marky Mark, but he played in Gladiator, right? Same guy?
No, he played in 300 and
Oh, 300. Gerard Butler,
I think
yeah.
you're thinking, what is it, White House Down or something?
yeah. White House Down was a Channing Tatum movie.
That's right.
No, but that was a good movie.
My
When they
bad.
take over the White House.
Yeah, Olympus Has Fallen, and then the sequel, London Has Fallen, was actually very.
Yeah, those were good ones.
Yeah, I didn't watch the sequel. I only saw Olympus. Olympus was good, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are pretty good ones.
All right, Trigger. One more action movie.
Oh, wow. Okay, you got me on the ropes here. Well, we already talked about Deadpool. That's one of
We
the
did.
one of the good ones that I like.
At length throughout multiple episodes, because we fucking love it.
Yeah, multiple. What did I watch?
Dread
I don't know.
was good. I heard Dread. Are we talking Stallone Dread or the new Dread?
New Dread, man.
The
New
new
Dread.
Dread is better than the Stallone.
Outstanding. Yes. I will say that is the one remake of one of my childhood classic action movies that I have loved.
Hmm. Yeah, he just doesn't take any shit from anybody. He doesn't
You know
even
why?
get personal.
Because they stayed straight up brutal comic book Dread.
Hmm. There's some movies that you can stay straight up comic book and really do very well with. And there's sometimes you have to kind of veer away from it. And I think one that would come to mind is the Hobbit series. And I know this is sort of fantasy, but there's
Also not a
tons of
comic book.
there's so much action in that it's very, very well played out. And like some other people would be like, well, that's not how they met Bjorn. They put Bjorn in there, which I was thinking they weren't going to put in there because he's half bear, half man. He can turn into this gigantic
I was thinking
bear.
Bjork.
No. not
Yeah.
that. But I mean,
That was
the
the
action
shade show.
the action they have in a Hobbit supersedes anything they did with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because they finally started to get it right. They started to put the book together. They made it 3 parts for the Hobbit, which the Lord of the Rings series should have been 3 different movies per book, because it was too massive to fit into.
Yes, they crammed
Hence
a lot.
why they were 3.5 and 4 hours long.
Yeah, that's why they were fucking 6
But
hours.
they totally
each.
missed Tom Bombadil from the first
Yes.
the first book. And Tom Bombadil saves Frodo 2 to 3 different times, and he puts the ring on and he laughs. He doesn't disappear. Nothing happens to him because Tom Bombadil's. I think he's technically the first man to ever live in that realm. He's the first entity. And, he saves them from wraiths. He saves them from ghosts. I mean, there's things about that movie that I didn't care for, but The Hobbit seemed to start to get it right. It's like, okay, you're introducing stuff. You're changing some things a little bit, but you are at least putting more things from the book into the movie.
Well, the director who did The Lord of the Rings had never done that type of movie before. He had hours and hours of research and only a limited time to put it all together.
Boo-hoo. They had an anime movie done about that beforehand that only got up to the 2 towers.
The Hobbit.
Yeah, if he's going to make a movie based on the book, he better fucking read the book.
Right?
Seriously.
Exactly.
I'm not going to exaggerate on that. If you're going to make a movie based on a book, read the fucking book. End to end.
All right, so here's mine.
I believe it was the same producer who did The Hobbit. He actually got his shit together on that one. So I'll be
Did Peter Jackson do Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit?
Yes. I believe he did.
I didn't watch the Hobbit movies.
Hobbits are better.
You'd be pleasantly surprised.
I don't know. Once I saw Legolas in the previews, I was like, nope.
It's a younger
I read The Hobbit.
Legolas.
I am not watching this. Nope. Legolas
You're
was
thinking
not
Pirates of
in
the Caribbean is coming back to haunt you?
Brab. The female elf. Oh, hot as hell, dude. You need to see it.
I'll probably watch it at some point, but I wasn't spending theater money on it.
He could watch that on DVD going.
The thing is, when the 3rd Hobbit movie ended, I actually did cry a little bit when it ended, because I'm like, I'm never going to see this again. If they try to remake this, I'm going to be like 80 years old by that time if they ever try to remake this, to make it better or whatever. It's like, because I read all those books, and, it was just, The Hobbit was definitely a good one, though. The series of it, but that's a good action one.
All right, we got to start wrapping up. So I'm going to go with my action movie since you guys already went. Running Man.
Oh shit! He had to go with Schwarzenegger.
I do, because Running
Running
Man
Man.
is one of my all-time favorite action movies.
That was pretty good.
You know what? Just like The Underworld, that one is always on cable all the time.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Running Man is always on somewhere. It's just like Underworld. You
It
can
is
always
great.
find Running Man somewhere.
Did they do a remake, or could they do that? Because I would
They
love to
could.
see.
I
They
feel like
could
they
do a
could do
remake.
a
What-
better
that would-
Running Man right now. Like if it was done right, I don't want to see like some fucking crazy, stupid, super futuristic reboot of Running Man. I want to see something like a
Now.
little bit further in the future, maybe. Not even just now. Like now, it would be perfect. Like yes, we have the technology to do pretty much everything that happened in
We
Running
have
Man.
technology.
We have the technology. We can rebuild it. We can make it
We
stronger,
can make it
and
stronger.
faster. We could.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll star Marky Mark.
You know what? Marky Mark would be perfect for that, honestly. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger and Marky Mark, are pretty close to being the same kind of character, if you really look at it.
Honestly,
I mean-
I probably could see that. I would rather see I can't think of his name, the dude that plays Hawkeye. I feel like he could do a better
Jeremy Renner.
yes, Jeremy Renner. Renner.
I don't think he has that comedic effect to him, though. I would see Gerard
No,
Butler.
no, he's got it. He's got a Mel Reynolds thing going for him. I feel like he could do it.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll see.
That's my call. Just my call.
I'll see your 10.
If they did a remake of the character that played, what was that character? I can't remember the character name, but it was played by Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse Body Ventura.
Damn if I know.
Is this a wrestling movie?
No, he was in The Running Man.
Is it Governor of Florida?
No, he was the governor of Minnesota.
Oh, that's right. Minnesota, not Florida.
But
Close enough.
he starred in The Running Man. He was one of the celebrity killers.
Was he?
Yes.
He
I know there
was. I
was-
can't remember the name.
The fat samurai guy that was in the ice rink, and then there was
yeah,
the
there was
flamethrower
him.
guy.
That was Sub-Zero,
Dynamo.
Fireball. Dynamo, that'd be him.
Was he Dynamo?
I think so.
No.
Here, I'll
No,
look it up.
Dynamo was the opera singer guy.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
The
I'll
flamethrower
look it
guy
up.
was what's his name? He's the oh, he was in that
He was Fireball. That was who he was. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. Is it
Was he
The
with-
Running Man?
huh. Was he in Tropic Thunder too? I think he was. The guy that played Fireball?
Uh,
No. That was
no, Fireball was Jim Brown, the football player.
Oh man. He just
Jesse
looks like
the
him,
Body
that's all.
Ventura played Captain Freedom.
Captain Freedom.
Yeah.
You know what? I was wondering when someone's going to bring up The Running Man, because that has been in my mind for the longest time to say on this show, is The Running Man as one of the great movies out there, because it's just so it's so off the wall. I mean, you know, these people, they have to survive. It's like Celebrity Deathmatch almost, in a way.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that was a good one.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I got to do the same. Do it in the morning.
Okay. All right. So
Plus,
you want to wrap this
we're
one
running
up
a
then?
little long anyway, so we may as well wrap it. Well, you know where to find us. Twitter, Adam the Zodiac, or The Crow Show, or search at The Real Crow Show on Facebook. We're also there.
At the Real Crow Show. Yep. So
Goddamn right.
Yep. That's definitely what it is. So Chaos Panic Disorder was here too.
Yep.
You want to leave them your info real quick?
Catch me on off and on Twitch every now and then at the Crow Clan, all one word. I don't have a Facebook or not. I just use Messenger on. Catch me on Chaos Panic Disorder on Messenger. That's it for me.
Okay.
I
Okay,
suppose
so
my YouTube info as well. I'm the Zodiac on YouTube, all one word. Live stream every Saturday.
Yep. So, yeah, that's it for us, guys. Definitely if you've enjoyed, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You'll find me on my channel, Veracity Trigger, on YouTube. And so, yeah, we'll see you next week. We'll have some new topic next week. I think we're going to do something other than movies, because I think we've covered almost everything besides comedies and dramas.
We haven't gotten sci-fi yet.
And sci-fi. And, yeah, we'll get to there. We'll get to that point. We'll cross that bridge.
We'll see what we do next week.
So we'll do something different a little bit next week and throw you for a loop. So definitely take care, and we'll see you later.